Today we are going to see the depopulation methods implemented by the Illuminati. Already we have seen about depopulation agenda and GM foods to control the population in our last videos. If not checked, kindly check those to get a complete idea. The video links are given in the description box. Before moving on with the video, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe and support us. In this video, we will be seeing about another method used by the elite or the Illuminati to achieve their depopulation agenda. India is a country with over 1.3 billion people and is the second most populated country in the world. The British colonized the Indian lands and kept India under their control for over 400 years, till 1947. After independence, India has been showing some drastic developments and has been a major contributor to the world. But has Indian education system evolved for the better? Has India changed its policy making for the betterment of its people? Let us discuss in detail. Out of the 1.3 billion massive population, a majority of the people in India are still below the poverty line. This majority group is the actual working class of the nation. Yet they do not have a successful life. No proper education, no proper healthcare, no social justice, no exposure to basic life needs, yet they play a major role in the country's development. In India, depopulation has been implemented in numerous ways that is alarming. The rich get richer and the poor stay poorer. The poor people are the major ones to be affected by these depopulation methods. In the recent times, India has been facing famine, extreme poverty, no proper jobs for the major sector of educated youths, no proper healthcare system, adulterated food, and the list keeps on growing. Indian politicians are majorly controlled by the world elite, or rather called the Illuminati, who act as puppets and implementing orders from their masters. The design in which India prevails is much complicated and frightening at the same time. Even after so many years of independence, India does not show interest in self-reliant economy and is majorly dependent on other countries. Be it the technology, education, food, clothing, medicine, India does not have a complete self-reliant way of approaching things. For better understanding, today we will discuss this topic with few examples. Imagine a regular family with a child. The parents spend so much money on their kids' education because major of the government-run schools or colleges do not provide quality education, not even a decent infrastructure. So parents have to spend money for education to send their kid to a private school or college. Private education firms charge an impeccable amount of fee without any proper monitoring by the government. Despite of spending so much on education, there are no proper job opportunities. In India, the kids are given only few options to choose their career. Currently it is either engineering or medicine. The other fields are not given much importance. If the other fields does not grow, kindly think about the growth of the country. It is really pathetic. Whatever specification you choose in engineering, most of the crowd falls into information technology sector. Countries like Israel train their kids to be self-controlled. Israel trains the students to choose their interest. It gives them a wide range of options. Upon choosing their interest, they are trained to excel in it, and mostly they are trained to achieve business minds. Exactly the way to achieve a country's growth. Yes, the students of Israel make up to do business in their interest, and out of which they have the probability of earning more than working for some unknown person for the monthly wages. Whereas in country like India, students are trained in such a way to always obey and not explore anything out of their own. So mostly much of the population gets into the monthly wages category. They keep working and they never achieve their heights. They mostly work for foreign companies rather than their own motherlands. This will yield revenue to foreign countries, mostly the elite groups. So all their taxes goes into the hands of the elite. The country keeps sucking to poverty. And the government is not concerned about this system. In spite of all these, few manage to be self-controlled and develop their business. But the government imposes heavy tax and lock them at a point where they cannot proceed further. Many small-scale business are getting closed due to the heavy taxes imposed by the government like GST. By doing all these, the corporates will take over all the business and the money goes to the hand of the Illuminati. Indians are trained in such a way to obey everything what the government says. They are not allowed to explore their minds. When a few manage to explore, they are treated as insane by the society. So the others who try to explore are afraid of getting tagged as insane. This type of education system creates poverty. I hope you understand the point. People keep studying some nonsense instead of exploring. People are trained like sheep. They never think on their own. Everyone keeps falling into the trap laid by the elite people. When the country is not able to provide education to their citizens, most of them cannot continue their education. So they cannot get a decent job. They will earn low that they cannot even manage their family nor their expenses. So they fall into the trap called poverty. They do not get respect. They do not get their identification. They do not get their basic needs. They do not get their rights, and they are being humiliated. When you get into poverty, the next generations are also affected by his poverty. They do not even get enough food due to high inflation. They earn very little that they cannot afford all the 3 meals. So people who cannot afford 3 meals are malnourished and they die. Some people eat unhealthy foods because of their poverty. They repeatedly get food poisoning and get exposed to severe illness and die. And the other major point is because of poverty, the poor cannot afford medical expenses and die. The poor are not getting the medical benefits from the country. This causes major number of deaths in the country. The poor stay in unhealthy environment and they are exposed to dangerous diseases. They are not treated properly with these diseases and the deaths get increased because of this. Due to poverty, the deaths are getting increased every year and thus they are achieving the depopulation agenda. They are successful in destroying the poor and thereby reducing the population. Hence the population control is succeeded. The education system does not teach the people how to survive. The education system does not teach the people to ask for their rights. The education system teaches the people that this world is not for the failures. Injustice is being done to the poor. And the sad part is there is no one to question all these. Still there are very few who question about these injustice and they are tagged as insane in the society. How foolish we are. We ourselves get trapped and blame someone else for it and we never try to escape from the trap. It is time for the people to wake up, break the trap laid for them and explore their limits and achieve freedom. What is your thoughts on this point? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned for more updates and subscribe to our channel for latest news.